Alright, here we are. Hello. Today we are playing some tarot cards here. I was about to say huge shout out to Patient Asian for the very calming, nice background music, but it cut out right when I started the intro, so now I feel a little silly. But today we are going for the Monoculture achievement. I obviously already have it, but I want to do a bit of a hey, there's the music back. A little bit of a demo on how a very easy way that you can get this achievement. A fun interaction involving blue sheep, genetic boosters, and crows. I'll go and show you here. I have two saves here. One to demo a much more basic version, keeping in mind both of those saves, if I go back and show you, were on day 500, 503, 502. Truly, this island is this big. I got this far, I got the achievement via nothing but these few sheep, some crows here, and then these 3 crops being gotten by both the crows and the genetic boosters here. So truly, it is quite easy to do this, right? I'm gonna check. So I want to keep this number in mind. I need to pay 1.3 trillion in debt, right? So if we divide that by 10, because there's 10 days, right? You want to be able to make that much in 10 days. Our goal is to be, let's say we make 200 billion a day. That's our goal. That's what we're going to be trying to get to. On this save, we're making half a trillion rather. So 500 billion a day. Which is not, this is more than necessary, right? Because once you're making that much, it means you can't die. It means you'll be able to get to day 500 for sure. Using the RAM is highly recommended. I don't think it's necessary, but it's very, 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 very good, to the point that I would much rather not even really try to use the regular, mostly because of this, the wheat expansion essence. The wheat expansion is a necessity for this strategy to work. And so you need to get this, idea being if you use the regular, you can still get it, right? It's not like you can't get the essence, but it takes a little while. And also the start doesn't line up with it as well. There aren't sheep, but there are sheep on this one. So highly, highly, highly recommend using the RAM here. And yeah, that's the plan here. That's what we're going to be going for. Let's head in. I won't be using any of these. Obviously I could, but I'm going to choose not to for the sake of the demo, so you guys can see if you guys don't have any of them unlocked. I don't want you to not be able to do this, right? So, or make it seem as though you wouldn't be able to. So, just going to go ahead and you draw the same hand every start. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the same thing that I normally would. Going to go ahead and throw the 2 sheep down, and now we're low on water. So I'm going to go ahead and hope for some water wells. That's simply fantastic timing there. We are a little bit broke. I'm going to go ahead and throw the wheat down now, and let it start duplicating. I'm going to place down another water well once this duplicates a couple times and I need to. Otherwise, for now, I'm just going to try to save my money, because we are a little bit broke. We're now negative $1, but we should, yeah, be going into the positives. We obviously can't do carrots or peanuts because this is the monoculture achievement, so I'm going to go ahead and reroll. Sheep are fun. I'll take some sheep. Now, since we got $17 last time, you can see the maintenance is $25 here. If I add another $10 to that, it'll be a little bit more. So I think we'll be in debt for 1 round if I put this down, but we'll be right up and back very soon. There we go. I can go ahead and throw that sheep down. I forgot. I should have done that sooner, but that's okay. Now we got plenty of money, so we're feeling a lot more comfortable. Cows? We can. We can, if we really want to. I think I'll go ahead and pass on the cows. Go ahead and reroll, since there's no real reason to. Small fences are good. Sure. I'll take some small fences. I'll bite. Deck's looking a little cluttered right now, but it's not the end of the world. Doesn't matter too much. We're low on water once again, so I think what I'm going to do is put down 2 water wells and then put down some wheat to counterbalance it once that fills up. I also kind of want to throw down another fence with sheep in it. I think I'll go ahead. I'm just kind of mapping out this in my head. I think I'm going to have the sheep here, right, with all these going, and then the crows and crops around here. That's my plan right now. So having a small fence here is gonna be nice. I'm gonna throw a sheep down as well. Actually, I'm going to wait around so I don't go into debt. Got plus 55. And we can now put a double sheep down. Oh, shit. We're fine, right? Yeah, not even close. Not even close. We're good. We're good. We're fine. We're fine. Gonna just try to save up a little bit. We get the mill. Getting the mill this early is fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the mill down here is my plan. This is sort of our starting, kind of just get some money off the ground, and then this is gonna be where I actually want to do the main part of this strategy. I'm going to go ahead and throw the mill down. I'm also going to throw another water well down because we are getting low on water, and then I'm going to start filling this area up with wheat and hope that I draw another one of my water wells so I can put it down here. Nice, got both of them. So I can go ahead and do that now. There we go. We get some fuel tanks for the fuel for this mill that we have here. That sounds great. I'm going to put that last sheep down. And gonna go ahead and go yeah, go next. Just deciding. Yeah, I'm planning. So the idea is I think here's gonna be some crows and genetic boosters, but I also am gonna need blue wheat on this island as well. So I'm hoping, I guess, that I get blue wheat early, or I guess I could put a small fence here, put blue wheat to turn this one, and then blue wheat here, and then only genetic boosters on that island. That's probably how I'm gonna do it. That's probably how I'm gonna do it. I may well admit, with so few sheep, I'm not 100% sure that this is gonna work off the first try, but it's definitely gonna get us off the ground enough that we can do more in the future. So. Rerolling to find those fuel tanks. We can go ahead and put those down here since we only need one blue wheat here. It's not the end of the world if we take up some of the slots. This mill is now going to be making flour for us, if I can type, here. By the way, mills have a range of 2, so the mill that's here is going to be hitting here, 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 here. And it's going to be making flour for us, which isn't, you know, great. I think it brings the cost from 1 to 3, which, I mean, it triples the cost of your wheat, which is fairly, it's nothing to scoff at early. But I will say the bigger thing that we're really excited for is the centrifuge. That's what we're really looking for here, because the centrifuge turns 3 flour into pie crusts, and pie crusts sell for 130, which is a ridiculous payoff for something so simple. So the main next, in terms of early money as we get off the ground, is the pie crusts, is the centrifuge that we're planning on putting here, here, or here. It doesn't really matter, just anywhere next to the mill. But the rest of these islands we do want to fill up with wheat. But also, there's something to be said for not doing that, because we don't want to use up all our stuff. So we're looking for blue wheat. That's what we're really looking for, because if we get blue wheat, we can put some on this island, turn these sheep into electric sheep, which will make them, like, spawn a lot more of them. Like, we'll get a lot more. I'm actually, since I have the fence right now, I'm going to go ahead and put it down here. So then later I can put blue wheat in there and be fine. But, by the way, ideally, this island would be a medium fence, but since we didn't have one, it doesn't matter. It's not the end of the world. Point is that we're gonna make this, and we're really looking for blue wheat because it doesn't cost water, and water is not easy to make without other plants. The main, I would say, normally in this game, the way that I make a lot of water is if I get a watery tree. Nope, that would be in plants. Is this? I take one of these trees and I throw them on an island where I'm producing a lot of crops, and it just makes you lots of water. You just have water pretty much for the rest of the game. Watery tree is very, very good. Without the watery tree, without these other plants that you can use for it, it's pretty hard to generate water. First thought would be water chickens, probably, but they take corn to make the eggs, and you can't make corn, right, because you're only doing wheat. Water cows don't actually produce any water, they just make it so crops don't cost water, which isn't going to be necessary if we're doing blue wheat, because blue wheat, if I go back here, is it blue or electric? It's blue. They cost energy instead of water. So that's the idea. Is produce a bunch of energy and then produce a bunch of wheat with that. That's the plan. That's the plan. I'm going to go ahead and throw the rest of, or not the rest of these down. Maybe the rest of these? How many do I? Yeah, the rest of these down. We get that centrifuge real early, which is fantastic. I do want to make it clear, if you don't get it that as early as I just did, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. You can survive without it, but I'm definitely not going to force myself to. Now we're really looking for blue wheat. That's what we're really looking for. Do I have a water well? No. We're also looking for a little bit more water generation as well. 2 animals on the same island to give you that animal. I'm going to make it clear this is not necessary, like this isn't strictly necessary, but I will say it's very helpful. Very, very helpful. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this up, and you'll see why fairly soon. I have 3 rerolls here. I don't need fuel, I don't need wheat, and I don't need popsicles, so I'm going to go ahead and reroll. Nothing here is interesting. Fuel wheat is tempting, but we don't really need that much fuel, really. Like, honestly, this plus 60, I think this is going to last us the rest of this setup here. So I'm going to go ahead and go one more. Silos are a very big part of the strategy, but they're not super helpful right now. But I don't mind picking them up as we keep moving on here. Again, we're mostly just... Oh, by the way, I do have animations off, so you can see the mill. The mill is picking up that wheat and eating it up there. I had them off because when you're in really, really big saves, it gets super laggy. I will take these water wells for that negative water that we have. There we go. I can go ahead and throw it down. It doesn't really matter where I put it. I guess I'll just put it over here to keep it out of the way, making sure I have space to put blue wheat down. Although that doesn't really matter. We could just put the blue wheat on this island to turn these 2 guys into blue sheep. That's why I was saying that it would be better if this was a medium fence ideally, and I would put this garbage elsewhere, but you know, not always ideal. It doesn't always turn out ideally. We're not going to be using the silos just yet. I think we're going to be saving those for now. Blue wheat! There it is. There's our friend. And like I said, this is the main, I would say, or one of the main pieces of the puzzle here. So let's go ahead and get that started, and especially with the silos now being a big part of this. So, if you don't know, blue sheep, or well, electric sheep, produce energy per sheep, per sheep production. And if you have a lot of the electric sheep, they're all going to be producing and intermingling and together making a fairly beefy number, as well as they only eat, if they're adjacent to blue wheat, they get extra energy production. They get ×4 energy production, which is ridiculous. And then you can only eat blue wheat, which is nothing. It's fine. So that's the idea here. That 16 blue wheat is huge. Since we already have the silos, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put down the silo now, just in case it becomes hard to draw in the future. This is going to seem weird right this second, but it will make sense soon, I promise. I can go ahead and put that last sheep down, and then the only small fence that we're going to put down is here. I'm mostly doing this for the sake of clearing out my inventory, so like putting down the stuff early so then I don't have to do it later. Basically, because my whole hand is going to be absolutely full of blue wheat. I might actually discard the normal wheat now too. Yeah, I think I'll do that. No need for it anymore. So let's go ahead here. We are going to put a blue wheat on this island. And again, you don't need... If this was a medium fence, like you would want it to be, you would put the blue wheat on either this island or this island to turn these guys into electric sheep. But let's go ahead and do that here. So there you go. These 2 are now blue, and then I'm also going to put it on this island to turn this guy blue. Bang, there we go. And now we're producing some pretty nice energy numbers here. Nothing to scoff at whatsoever. And so, that means that we can start going ahead and throwing down our blue wheat to, you know, show how much that's actually, you know, worth. Now we're going to have a small fence here. We do have one more? No, we're out of small fences. Okay. But these 3 islands are going to be completely full of blue wheat. That is the plan. Obviously, if we get a scarecrow, we're going to put that down. But if we don't, for now, it's just going to be all blue wheat. So nothing we want here. Let's go ahead and use the reroll. Carrots, corn, and wheat. We don't want any of those. So you can go ahead and reroll. We can go ahead and throw this other silo down as well. Silos, if you didn't know, what they do is they multiply the production and the water cost of all the wheats in the range of one island. So these are hitting these, and this is hitting these, which, if you actually look, is pretty ridiculous because blue wheats don't cost water. They cost energy. So it's just a ×2 production with no downside, which is pretty awesome, pretty ridiculous. And so we are producing these. We can go ahead and start. Oh yeah, by the way, blue sheep or electric sheep actually take up less space. Does it say? It doesn't say. Blue sheep only take up 2, and normal sheep take up 3. So since we put down the sheep here, we can and we had 9 spaces taken up in these before, and now we only have 6. It means we can throw another sheep in each one of these islands, which is good. Very, very good for us. Keeping in mind, look how much money we're already making. 7k every round. Ridiculous for what it is. We can go ahead and start spending on some rerolls here if we really want to. Tennis not necessary. Carrots aren't necessary. Gonna go ahead and reroll. Cows, fuel cows, and cutters aren't my thing. Cutters, unfortunately, don't do blue wheat, or blue sheep wool, so we can go ahead and reroll again. Mill, fisherman, doesn't matter, and 185 is not going to make too much of a dent on what we have, so we can go ahead and reroll one more time. Watery tree, popsicle, centrifuge, nope, one more. Last time, truly. Ah, bummer. Okay, we can go ahead and take the solar panels. We could put them down, we don't need to. It'd be unnecessary. Since I do notice that we are -1 water, I'm going to go ahead and throw another guy down. We are making pie crusts, right? Yeah, we were passively making pie crusts, but and that's why, you know, that's what's keeping us up afloat for now, right? That's kind of what this whole strategy is. And in fact, I'm gonna actually put a whole bunch of more blue wheat just in this general area for that exact reason. This is the, oops, I didn't mean to, wait. No, you can't undo buying islands. Oh, that's tragic. Okay, well that was silly. I forgot that the mill was over here and not here, so actually we wanted these islands not to be, we didn't want these 2 islands, we wanted this to be here and this to be here. But it doesn't matter too much. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this down to increase the production of our pie crusts, because that is our big moneymaker right at this moment. 2.4, we really don't have to worry about debt too much right now. But, you know, just to keep us afloat. I can go ahead and reroll this one time. Medium fences, now you come around. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. I guess we could put a medium fence here, but we actually want genetic boosters there, so nope, no medium fences this time. I haven't done this with only small fences before, so I actually don't know how it's going to go. Maybe what I should do is take the medium fences and be ready for, if this, if we end up not being able to make enough with only these small fences, I can grow and make a bigger version of it over here. And, you know, good experimentation. I actually just don't know if only small fences, it'll still work. Like, if I had to guess, I would say that it would. But, like I said, I haven't done it before, so I don't know. I don't know for certain. But in any case, as you can see, this, this one can be a big fence, right? This wheat is not imperative to this setup that we got going on over here. So what I'm doing in my head right now is I'm putting this down, and I'm planning on just turning this 90 degrees. This whole shit. That's my plan, is taking this and turning it 90 degrees and have it go upwards. And so it's going to be the same setup, except the only difference is that I think this one are going to be medium fences, and then maybe even one of these sides. I'm not sure. I'll figure it out as we go. But could buy, no, I can't buy another island. They're too expensive. Could get a crab or some popsicles. I'm gonna go ahead and just take the crab just to discard it. We get some extra production to animals when there's a bunch. Yeah, sure. I could take the dealer's hand, but you know, there's just no real reason to. Production is going to be more important to us. Keep throwing these sheep down. Keeping in mind that if you don't have the rabbit apprentices, like, this will just be a little bit slower. Like, it won't be any harder, just a little bit slower. Nothing we really want here, but I do want to keep racking up these rerolls. I will say one complaint I have about this game is you can't check your inventory while you're here, while you're playing, which is a bit of a bummer, if you ask me. But well, like, while you have this menu, you can't go and see what you have. Sometimes I forget, but I'm just gonna go ahead and reroll. Actually, change my mind, and we get nothing we want. So take that wheat and sell it. We get that other medium fence. Like I said, I'm turning this 90 degrees. This one is this one is this one. This one is this one. So we can go ahead and throw that other medium fence down here. Keep pulling. Oh, out of sheep space. So like I said, the normal sheep take up 3 slots. The blue sheep take up 2 slots. But since you can't have blue sheep in your inventory, you actually can't put any more sheep down, even though it's 8 out of 10. You have to wait until you have you know, something else to fill those slots with. You can't fill it up with any more sheep, unfortunately. Very sad. Very, very sad. Okay, let's keep on keeping on. Most of our money, once again, still at this stage, is coming from those pie crusts, I believe. Oh, actually, some hefty sums coming from our electric wool, which makes sense if you actually check the energy. Since all of these are all together, they're, you know, all buffing each other, and then if you check in here, they're producing quite a bit. Quite a bit? Actually, less than I thought. Wait, why are they only producing 13? What? That's weird. That's weird. I don't understand. Oh wait, we're down on water. What the heck? What the heck? When did that happen? It's not much of a concern. It doesn't matter too much, but bit of a jump scare. I don't really want anything here. Let's go ahead and reroll. Centrifuge barn. ×2 production and ×2 water cost. To animals. Yep, we want barns. We want barns. Confirmed. We're gonna probably put those here and here is the plan, probably. For now though, we can go ahead and throw some wells down. I can also start filling that up. And actually, since we want a little bit more money, this is where the mill is. We can go ahead and buy these islands that I was supposed to buy last time and start filling those up with the blue wheat here. There we go. We get those barns right away. I could put them down. They are going to increase the water cost, and I actually don't really want to do that right now, because I'm kind of poor on water. Like I was saying before, the water is a big part of the difficulty in this game, or in this sort of run, this strategy. Gonna go ahead and put one of the, because I can do one side, right? I think I can do one side of the big fence, because I only need blue wheat on one. Yeah. Yeah, I think I can. I think I can. Okay. Let's go ahead and keep going on here. Oven, cocoa tree, water well, sure. To try to counterbalance what's going on here. This is the last island here, so we can do this. This. Do I have any more water wells? I do. I'll just throw it down. Doesn't matter. There we are. Bang. Okay, now that's going to be producing some extra there too. This island is also reached by the mill. If you look... Oh yeah, it actually does. You can hover over it and it highlights. So this diamond shape is what it can see. Cool. Watery tree again, that is what we would be doing if we could. Scarecrow is pretty huge. We're not gonna, it's not gonna give us anything right now, because we don't have any crows. But a scarecrow is a huge part of this strategy, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up and wait until we can put it down. I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll. We get another scarecrow. Wow. Some fairly lucky draws here. Let's check the water cost. What are these? -5, so this would go up to, since there's 4 of them in here, it would go up to, it would go from 20 to, barns are ×2 water, right? I'm gonna go and double check that. Yeah, ×2 water cost, so it would go from 20 to 40, and that would happen twice, so we would increase by 40 water necessary. We do not have the water backup to support one barn, unfortunately, yet. So, We're going to go ahead and keep re-rolling here. Nothing we want here. Let's go 1. Lakes make the adjacent water cost to animals 0, but I don't think I care. I don't think that I care that much about the water. Because we can just gain water via other means, and I don't want to take up the space that could be used otherwise with lakes. Although, to be fair, having like a lake here and a lake here, like having the barn here that hits this and this guy, but then counterbalancing that with a lake, let's do it, why not? Probably not the best. Probably not the best. Gluttonous Feast is fantastic, produce twice per turn. That's awesome. Yeah, probably not the best play, if I'm being completely honest, but it is an easy play. It makes my life easier, which I'm very happy to do. There we go. And actually, I don't think we need 2. I think we can just put another barn here, and we only need the 1 lake. Is that true? Let's see. Yeah, nice. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. We don't have to think about it too hard. Cool. Then yeah, we can just leave that be. Maybe put another barn up there eventually. I'm going to go ahead and drop that lake now, since we won't be needing it. Another scarecrow. I only have the 2, right? Yeah, 3 scarecrows is perfect for this, and here. Now we're looking for small fences, crows, and genetic boosters. Those are the 3 things that, excuse me, we need to finish this off. Fisherman's Hut is not helpful for us. I'm just going to go ahead and re-roll. Centrifuge, cow, and water tank. I'm going to go ahead and re-roll, spend a little bit on a re-roll. We could take another sunflower, or another scarecrow, but then we wouldn't be able to discard it, because you can only discard groups of stuff. Like if you look here, if I can't only discard 1 scarecrow, I'd have to discard all of them, so if I got another one, I'd have 4, and then I would just have 4 forever. So intentionally not taking that for that reason. I can re-roll a little bit here. Reroll again. Biofuel, giant sheep, and giant chicken. Nope. Okay, nothing we want there. Go ahead and discard that soy. Skip through to the next. Nothing we want here. Sell the chickens. We're making plenty of cash here from the blue wool mostly, I think. Yeah. Blue wool is our biggest income generator right now, although that pie crust is definitely helpful. I'm glad that we had that set up. In fact, we have 1 more island we can throw blue wheat on for it. Cool, cool, cool. Again, doing mostly blue wheat because it costs energy and we have a surplus. We don't have a surplus of water. Just go ahead and skip through. We get a free roll. I'll bite. Well, I think what I've discovered is that it's actually better to not use the rerolls right away. It's better to let them fester, because then if we go to the next time... Ooh! We want the slots, especially since we have the little baby fences. The slots are huge. But here, now we have 2 free rolls, and I think that goes up to 3. But yeah, now we can start filling in the rest of the sheep here, which is absolutely huge. Oh yeah, and the water cost isn't going to increase because we have the lake there. Oh, fabric designers. Fabric designers are another piece of the puzzle here that I've neglected to mention. I'm going to go ahead and... I guess I can throw the fabric designer down now. I'll put it in the middle one. Well... Actually, I'm going to put it in the one that is full of sheep. We can't put any more sheep here, because if I get another fabric designer, we can put it in here as well. Which means we'll get the rabbit apprentices. That's the plan. That's the plan. Oh, I forgot to put the sheep down that round. Don't need anything here, although I might actually take the water tanks, because if I want to put more sheep down in these other islands, I'm going to want more water to be able to support them. So, I'm going to go ahead and start doing that. Water tank here, bang, and keep doing the sheep. Keep doing the sheep. Pay that. Nothing we really want here, so let's go re-roll. Cocoa tree, oven, chicken, nope. Medium fences, again, like we can up here, like right, like that is the plan. If this doesn't work, the plan is to start moving up there, but I would rather something else. And we only would need 1 medium. Actually, we don't need medium fences. We need small fences. That's what we need right now. We don't want any of this, although I will take the vulture, because vultures are good just to have as a backup in case you fuck something up. They're usually a good fallback in case you put the wrong animal in a place. Nothing we want here. Since we have 3.5 million, we can go ahead and spend some of our rerolls. A crow! Crow's awesome. Crow is a huge part of the puzzle pieces here. That isn't the sentence that I wanted to happen, but close it up. We can go ahead and keep going here. We want a small fence, and we're going to put a crow in the small fence here. That's the plan. That's what we're looking for. Excuse me. Nothing we want here. There we go. We got that small fence. Lovely, 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 lovely. Now, keep in mind the exact order of how you guys do this does not need to line up with the order of how I did it, right? One more crow and a genetic booster, and we will pretty much be set here. Nope. Small fences. I'll take the small fence to put up here, just in case. Water cost chickens, eggs. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Any of those would have been the same outcome. And then the other small fence I'll put here. Again, this is a demo for we might be doing later. We'll see. We'll see if we end up doing that. Chicken, giant pig. Nope. Let's go re-rolling a little bit. Nothing we want there. Nothing we want there. Alright, I'll take the lakes and discard them. Go ahead and just skip forward. I guess I'll take some small fences and skip forward again. We get that free roll, but like I said before, we don't want to use the free roll right away. Because they stockpile, and you can use them all in one. And 10 a giant pig corn, nope. Lake Guardian, ×2 production, and ×2 water cost. Now I will say the ×2 production is obviously very good. The ×2 water cost, maybe not as much. We will take it? Yeah, I'll take it, but I'm not going to put him down yet. I'm going to wait until I'm more confident. Gnomes are good, but you can't get the elixir because you need wine for that. Nothing here. Soy. We can go sell the soy. Now we're at the waiting game stage. I guess some barns could be a good idea. Pastures are also not a bad idea. But you want fabric designers rather than pastures, because pastures take up 2 slots rather than just the 1. And also they fill your whole shit up with sheep. And so your saves get super slow and laggy. I could take the barn. Sure, I'll take the barn. I guess dealer's hand is fine. Did I put the small fence up here yet? I did. Why do I have small fences? I'm just gonna get rid of these. I don't need them. I don't need them. The barn I could put here. I'm considering putting the barn there. How much would it increase my water costs? Let's check. These are ×10s. There's 4 of them. It would be it would be an extra 40. We can tank that. We can tank that. Small fences, crabs, fuel corn. Nope. Let's take the fuel corn to discard it. Skip through. Medium fences, silo. I'll take another silo. Go ahead and put it here. Is the plan. There you are. I did fill these all up with sheep, right? Oh, I didn't. Anyway. I can't do that right now because each one of these sheep now costs 20, so I'm going to wait until I have more water generation before I do that, but I do feel silly, I'll admit. Cross! Wheat! Pastures, it also does some stuff with pastures and wolves, which doesn't matter at all for us. We can just go ahead and take that cross. And throw them down. Throw them down over here, I guess. Doesn't really matter where I put it. Let's break it off a little bit in case I want to put silos over here, which chances are not going to happen, but it doesn't matter too much. Let's just throw our guy down. Cool. Next. Nothing we want here. Go ahead and use the reroll. We get this more silos. Here we go. Here we go. I'm probably going to put that here and here. Bang, and Bang. Lovely. And then we can go ahead and sell the last silo here because there's no need. I guess we could have put it over here for this, but at this point we're making way more off of the wool than we are off of the pie crust, so the difference would be minimal. Let's go ahead and keep skipping through. Nothing we really want. I'm gonna drop a reroll. Nothing we want here. Take the wolves, get rid of it. Bang, bang, bang. Oh. Increased by double the water cost. Production to rabbits and production to cows. Okay, doesn't matter. Wheat, fuel tank, free roll. Bummer. Bummer. We get that extra crow. That's huge. That's a huge step. Because I haven't really been keen on it, like talking about it too much, but look at these numbers. Where are these numbers coming from? So obviously the silos are multiplying these by 2, right? So this, I think the base is 1, right? Let's just say, or actually the base is 2 because they're all together. So the base production of this, each one of these is making 2 blue wheat. And then this multiplies that by 2 to make it 4. This multiplies that by 2 to make it 8. This multiplies that 2 to make it 6. So all 3 silos, that makes it 16 is what I meant. So each one of these would be making 16. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's pretty beefy. But also this crow, what the crow does... Nope. What the crow does is it tries to destroy 1 adjacent island wheat. What that means is it does. It does destroy 1 adjacent island wheat per turn. And then plus 10 production to the said adjacent islands, to all adjacent islands that it gets, right? So whenever one of these eats it, it tries to eat it, and then it plus 10 to, like, it eats it 4 times, and then plus 10 to each one of these wheat. So then it's base 12, right? Because the base was 2 before, and it's base 12 times 2, 24, times 2, 48, times 2, 96, I think. Yeah, so some pretty ridiculous increases very quickly. So we've had this crow here for a while. He's been picking and pecking and picking and pecking, and it's plus 10, plus 10, plus 10, plus 10 every 4 rounds, which is pretty beefy, right? And so, imagine what happens if we add another crow. Just doubles the speed at which these increase. And with the rabbit apprentices, this is why rabbit apprentices is so useful, along with these bald men here. More silos, I guess I can take for this one up here, if we end up doing it. Because I am curious. This would be the wheat. This would be the wheat. This would be the silos. What was I saying? We don't need that barn, do we? I guess we could put the barn down for the up one. Yahoo! Blue wheat here. I would probably want to put the blue wheat here, so I'll put the barn here. There you go. Yeah, so what was I saying? Right, now we get crows. Now we feed ourselves crows, and we just have crows forever. We're also... water. Water is a problem for us now. Silo here, and silo here. Again, this is just the same thing as over here, just turn 90 degrees. Whoops, my mouse went off the game. We are low on water, but frankly, I think we'll be fine. Some free rolls here. Nope, and nope. Okay. Let's go ahead and keep on re-rolling. Sheep, penguin, and carrots. Nope. Go ahead and drop. What is it? What did I pick up? Sheep. Water cow. Adjacent animals, or adjacent crops set to 0. I could put it like here. Do I have any fences? I don't know. I don't get to know, apparently. What is the water? You can't even see that. Oh, I hate that you can't do that. Yeah, probably doesn't matter. Free roll. Small fences. I guess. We want water, man. That's what we're really looking for. Ooh, here we go. Adjacent island crops use fuel instead of water. We don't have too many crops that would be a problem with, but this one maybe would be a good idea to throw it on. Oh, it doesn't matter. Hey, there we go. Water is no longer an issue. Fences are considered lakes. If you don't get this, it's not the end of the world. You just look for, you know, more water generation to counteract these crows that you're throwing down. But if you do get it, it's very helpful because now you get a bunch of water. You just get a bunch of water all the time, and that's awesome. Now, once we hit next here, First off, I'm going to throw that crow down. We can finally start filling that up with crows again. I can get rid of this fuel infuser, and yeah, look at that, 309. 309 water from all that, those plus 10s from all the individual animals in here. Where is it? What? Oh, here. I couldn't see it. There we go. Okay. Oh, and also I feel comfortable putting the Lake Guardian down now. Ah! Okay, I take it back. I take it back. I don't feel comfortable putting the Lake Guardian down now. I take it back. I take it back. It's fine. It's fine. We're good. Okay. Okay. By the way, yeah, there's an undo button. If you didn't know, you can undo anything in one round. Just so you know. Very helpful. Very helpful. By the way, you're thinking, right? All these crows, won't these crows start eating these crops and actually start getting rid of them since you have more than half of them full? Like more than half of how many of these are? Yeah, you're right. You'd think that. I don't know why it doesn't. It's like weird. Look, why is it inconsistent like this? I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't get it. Like some of them do, some of them don't. It's weird. It's weird. It's friggin' weird. But what I do know is that I don't mind because we can put the scarecrows down and then this one will no longer ever have issues. This one still will though, apparently. So we can put another scarecrow. Bang. Now we're looking for that one to make an open spot for us. We get another fabric designer. That's massive. Looking for that bald man. There he is. We're going to put him in with the other bald man because now with the rabbit apprentices we can make more of them. I'm also going to use the scarecrow, put it here. Pay our debt. Bang! Now we have a bald man, and we can start filling our sheep pens with bald men, and also fill this sheep pen, because I apparently just completely forgot this whole run. I never did that. I'm also going to throw some of these down, mostly to get them out of my inventory, frankly. There we go. Okay. Nothing we want here, but we have free rerolls. Nope. Nope. Pasture. Nope. Okay. Drop the crabs. We can fill up these with bald men, fill this up with crows, fill this up with sheep. Bald man, nope, bald man here. What? I never filled that one up with sheep either? Oh geez. Oh geez. One bald man in each of these. Fill it up with sheep and then fill it up with bald men. I guess I'll take the antenna to sell it. And then sheep, and then crow. Okay. Sheep. I'm not going to put the bald man in now, because there's still space for me to put another sheep. And if I put in the bald man now, I wouldn't be able to put in that last sheep next round. Because if you remember, it takes 3 slots, and now it went down to 1 slot, so now I can put in the bald man. By the way, I don't think I looked at it here. Bald man, no. Fabric designer. They give +5 production to sheep in a 3-island range. Pretty simple, pretty insane. Pretty good. So yeah, they're pretty powerful. No more crows can fit, no more guys. So now, our main thing in terms of our animals, the main goal is to fill the rest of this space up with fences and bald men. just kind of grow out in this sort of like area, just with all sorts of fences. Because bald men, they have a 3-island range, which is insane! That's insane! That we could put them here, and it would reach this one! That's bonkers! So yeah, we just circle this whole thing in Baldman. We circle it in Baldman. We're saving that reroll so we can continue getting more and more. We throw a fence down here to hit this, yep. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, actually, these are better, so I'm going to put the bald men in these first. And now, you may be wondering, why are you not making... Ooh. Animals now consume fuel instead of water. Actually, right now, we don't want that, because we don't have that much water production. Or, sorry. Fuel production. I'll take the paste, and then I'll fix that up later. Why aren't you like this whole strategy? It's like, yeah, you're doing okay, like you're making millions, But how are you expecting to get to, you know, day 5 bajillion, right? And quite simply, we are waiting on one simple item. We are waiting on one and only one, to pick it up. That's what we're waiting for. Go ahead and put this down because that hits 3. Yep. Again, just filling all these up with as many fabric designers as possible. Small fence, sure. I'll bite. We can also put fences here, and this one will reach too. Wow. I'm telling you, man. The reach of the bald men. It's, unmatched. Put it here, it goes. Yep, put it here, it goes. Yep, put it here, it goes. Why did I buy this one? Oh, I needed to buy that one too, that's why. Yeah, just as many bald men as possible in these islands that are not adjacent, because adjacently you want as many sheep as possible, right? Because the sheep kind of power each other up individually, but when they're not adjacent, you don't want to just add random sheep everywhere. You want to do the bald men, which buff the sheep that you do have. Nothing we want there. And I guess a water tank. I suppose. I can go ahead and start putting these fences down since I have a bunch of them. You there, you there, you there. By the way, we are not going to need this much. I set the goal of making a certain amount in this. I set the goal. Oh, sorry, I just punched my microphone. I set the goal of making what was it? It was 200 billion around. Right now, we're not really making super close to that, but that is that's not a concern. It's not a concern because there's one item that will immediately pretty much win this run for us. And we're just kind of sitting, waiting for that, and placing a bunch of bald men. These bald men, I don't think are going to be necessary. Like, once we get that 200 billion, like, I think this one item will get us to 200 billion very, very quickly. And these bald men at that point will be redundant, but might as well just keep putting them down, just to put them down. None of this matters. Just keep on keeping on. There it is! Our friend, the genetic booster, increases 1 gold value of adjacent island crops. So, if we put the genetic booster here, it would increase the value of these 3 islands, right? And we intentionally left space for that. That's why there's a small fence here instead of a big fence. They increase the value of the adjacent crop islands for every 5 energy produced in adjacent islands. Now, you may start noticing the pattern. Whole lot of energy being produced over here and a whole lot of crops being produced over here, right? So, I'm gonna throw the water tank down, put our last bald man. I think that would be their last bald man, if I'm being honest. Well, I didn't draw it. So, why am I drawing sheep? Why do I have so many sheep? Get out of my hand. There it is, and bang. And suddenly, well, wait. We still have to do one more. Did I put all the fences down? No, I still need to put more fences down. If I'm really trying to. And there we go. and suddenly our goal has been achieved. And we're good. We're fine. We're officially making 200 billion around. Yeah, the genetic booster is pretty busted. So yeah. Well, to be fair, each individual piece of this is pretty busted. It's less about one specific piece of the puzzle and more just a giant combination of all these. If you really wanted to, you could go around and individually go through and fill up these with fabric designers, circle around this with medium fences if you really want to, and fill up all these individual ones. Obviously, that is something you can do. You can do that if you really want to. You get another genetic booster here, which is pretty ridiculous. If I go ahead and throw that down, it pretty much just doubles our input right now, or our money generation right now, I think. Yeah. So, Yeah, you can. You can. But like I said, we're making way more than we need to, frankly. That genetic booster is imperative. The crows are imperative. The blue sheep are obviously imperative. The bald men are sort of like a buff that is really good but not needed. So having all those around is really helpful. These silos are pretty, I'm not sure if they're necessary, but they're very, very helpful in producing more. But yeah, obviously, now we, like I said, as I showed in that other save before in here, each day we're making half a billion as well, but also keeping in mind that you only need you need 1.3 trillion in 6 days, so we only needed to produce, idea being, every tax day is 10 days, right? That's what you need to pay for. That's like the thing that will catch up to you in this game eventually and kill you. And so you're waiting for 10 point, or you want to make at least 1/10 of this every round, which is more, I think it's like, I mean, yeah, it's 130 billion around, but 200 billion is just an easier number to think about. So you're trying to get 200 billion around. In here, we're making way more than 200 billion around. So straight up, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to skip ahead and spam and not, you know, think about anything. It doesn't matter anymore because we're making so much money. And yeah, I'll see you guys at day 200, or day 500. I was gonna do a time lapse for this, but I realized it's not only not interesting, but also really just hard on the eyes. So instead, I'm just gonna skip it to the end. But yeah, keeping in mind, all I'm doing is I'm just spamming the next day button over and over again, and, you know, grabbing random garbage. Alright, here we are. Day 498. Again, I really didn't do anything. I wasn't even paying attention to what I was grabbing. I will say, I did notice that I picked up at least one genetic booster. So I'm gonna do that. There it is. I got 2 in that, so we're gonna go ahead and get rid of all the garbage that I picked up and throw down 2 more genetic boosters just for fun. And maybe a bald man. And bang, there you go. I would have just gotten the achievement if I didn't already have it. So yeah, that's the basic setup. Again, just to gloss over one more time, we have these blue sheep, which are producing a lot of energy because they're all bunched up together and have bald men. The bald men are buffing them a significant amount, but those, again, I don't think are necessary. The barns are also increasing it by a lot because barns are just ×2, and if you remember blue, nope, electric, the sheep go off of how much sheep production there is, and if these ×2 production, that means that they increase by more. So as you can see, some pretty beefy energy numbers here, 151,000 every round. We're getting 2 million energy every round, something pretty ridiculous. So lots of energy, right? Whole lot of energy being produced, and for what? Well, it's for these genetic boosters, and these genetic boosters, if you remember, like I said, just a summary, genetic, they increase the gold value. They make each one of these crops that are produced, these crops here, sell for more. They sell for more money based on how much energy is being produced. So all this energy is then buffing, all the energy only here. Obviously, maybe you could put some sheep over here, and maybe it would be more optimal. I don't know. Maybe there's some way to do it better. But I do know that this works, is that all these sheep then buff these genetic boosters, making this crop sell for more, which we're making hundreds and thousands of, right? This crop, and this crop, and this crop. Whoa, why is there so much crop here? Well, it's because there is these silos, which are multiplying it by 2, right? So let's say the base of this is 2. This silo, or actually let's do this one. The base of this is 2 because there's all this wheat, and then they're all next to another of their own wheat, so it's all ×2 ×2 ×2, or it's 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, well if it's all 2, then this multiplies that by 2, which makes it 4, which makes, and this multiplies that 2, which makes it 8, which then multiplies by 2, which makes it 16. So then this goes up to 16. Okay, well that's not 269,000. Why is there so much being made, right? Well, simply put, is these crows. What these crows are doing is they are attempting, there's 20 crows in here, as every round they are trying to eat some of this wheat. And every time they, or every 4 tries, the base number of these goes up by 10. So, that 2 then turns into 12, which is then multiplied by 2, which is then into 24, which is then multiplied by 2, which turns into 48, 96. You get the idea, and then each time one of these adds, it goes and goes and goes. And since there's 20 crows, 20 divided by 4 is 5, that means each one of these, every round, is increasing by 50. Every round, these blue wheats are going up by 50 base, right? So the base is 50, then the next round the base is 100, the next round the base is 150, next it's 200, keeping in mind each one of these is being multiplied by 2 times 2 times 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 2 is 8, so 8, each one of these is multiplying by 8, so the base, if it's 50, it's multiplied by 400, or it's turned into 400, base is 100, is turned into 800, yeah, it gets pretty ridiculous. So very quickly you end up making a whole bunch of crops with these crows and silos, which is then made, all those crops are made to sell for a ridiculous amount of money by these blue sheep here with these bald men buffing those and barns. And that is the general baseline strategy here. And so what it means is that you end up having a stack of 8 million blue wheat that sells for 8.8 trillion on day 500. So yeah, that's the strategy here. And it's a fun one. It's a fun little, I don't want to say cheese. And I also want to shout out, I did not fully come up with this. I came up with bits and pieces of it. And I think I got to round, what was it? I think I got Monoculture 2 on my own. And I couldn't figure out the end bit, and it was the genetic boosters. The genetic boosters and crow combo is pretty friggin' ridiculous. Yeah, it was somebody called, I think it was Murgle in the Pixel Perfect Discord. Yeah, Murgeel. I've never talked to them before, I just saw their build in the Discord server. And I thought I would do a little bit of a demo on how to do this. Keeping in mind, again, I'd like to reiterate that ideally, like I was showing here, you'd actually probably more want a fence set up like this. Then you would put blue wheat here to turn this into blue, put blue wheat here to turn this into blue. Meaning, actually, oh yeah, and then small fences, and then genetic boosters, and then blue wheat, blue wheat, blue wheat, silo, 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 silo. You get it. You get it. You get the idea. So yeah, that's the demo. That's the little fun, way that you can do this. I hope that this helps if you were struggling with getting this achievement. And I hope if you haven't played this game, haven't bought it before, or bought it already, you should. It's a fun one. It is a fun little game. I want to say 15, 20 hours in it now. And I got it, a couple days ago. So I've really been grinding it. It's fun. It's fun. I do recommend. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. I hope this helps you get the achievement if you were struggling to at all, and I will see you later.